In a lapse of judgment, Kevin had used his dad's landline while staying there temporarily instead of his untraceable cell phone. As the FBI pursued Kevin, he was also pursuing them. He figured out the names and numbers of the FBI agents Eric was talking to. And upon learning that the agents used the cell provider Pactel in Los Angeles, Kevin infiltrated Pactel's system to track their call records and pinpoint their locations. He also installed a scanner in his office at the private investigation firm where he worked to detect FBI cell phones, using software programmed with numbers linked to Eric. In September 1992, Kevin's scanner detected the cell phone of FBI Special Agent Ken McGuire. He quickly cleaned up his apartment, ensuring there wasn't any evidence. On the morning of September 30, 1992, police knocked on his door, and he answered naked. The agents were also not pleased to find a box of FBI donuts waiting for them. Although the FBI found no evidence, his close calls with authorities were escalating. When Kevin conned the Department of Motor Vehicles into handing him a copy of Eric Hines' driver's license, DMV investigators tracked him to a print shop where Kevin's grandmother had driven him. The investigators chased him through the shop where he barely escaped. All the while, his poor grandmother waited in the parking lot for 3 hours, wondering what had happened to her grandson. Kevin later reflected, "I never felt guilty about getting information I wasn't supposed to have. But when I thought about my grandmother, who had done so much for me and cared so much for me all my life, sitting there in her car for so long, waiting and anxious, I was filled with remorse." It was hard to leave his beloved grandma and mom.